This is a short movie to talk about the Moodle extension that we've written to put open badges from Moodle onto a blockchain. There are three parts to this system. There is a plugin extension for Moodle. There is a theme extension for Moodle that overrides the default badge page so we can append some bits to the bottom of it. And there is a blockchain service that Moodle calls from the plugin to put the badges on a blockchain. So let's see what this looks like in a test installation of Moodle. Here we've installed the plugin, and if we go to Site Administration, there's a new Blockchain Badges Setup page. So there are four main elements on the setup. There is the URL pointing to the web service talking to the blockchain. There is a username and password that we've put on that service, so not anybody can call it. And then lastly, you need to decide whether you want to automatically issue badges to the blockchain or do it when the user requests it. So let's look at what automatic issuing looks like. So we save those settings to automatic issuing. We can now go and look at an example of a badge. So if we go to my page where I've got some test data, you can see I've got latest badges. So you have to imagine that I was issued this badge by Moodle sometime in the past, and then our plugin's cron job was run by Moodle, and that put the badge on the blockchain automatically. If we now go and look at that badge, here's what looks like a quite standard Moodle badge page with all the badge details on it. But if you scroll down to the bottom, we've added a new little section at the bottom called Blockchain Badge with a link to view the blockchain badge data. So now if we click View Blockchain Badge, we get taken to a page that displays all the contracts that are holding the badge data. So we're running an Ethereum blockchain, and each JSON object in the Open Badges schema has been put into a separate contract. So the top one being the assertion contract, and it has pointers to the badge contract, the recipient contract, and the evidence contract. There's the recipient contract. There's the evidence contract. There's the badge contract. And there's the issuer contract. So they're the main contracts involved in an open badge. One part that we had to add, the way Moodle does criteria was a little bit odd, and it had it linked by assertion rather than by badge, and it should be once for a badge, so you don't have the badge contract on for every issuance, you only have it on once. So we did have to alter that. So if we click the criteria link that we've got in this badge data, it'll take you to a new page that we've created that didn't exist in Moodle before, that lists the criteria separately just against the badge, because really it should be criteria per badge, not per badge assertion. So we just had to create that new page in order for it to be able to be put into the badge data on the blockchain. So that's what it looks like to look at the data that's sitting on the blockchain, but from inside Moodle. Now let's go and see what it would look like if somebody issued a badge by user request only. So we'll change the setting in the administration settings to be issue by user request only and save that. Now let's go back and look at another badge that's sitting in my badge section. Okay, so we have a new badge, Succeed with Maths, that I've been given, that I've earned, but it's not on the blockchain yet. So if we now go and look at the badge, on the standard Moodle badge page, we've got a different section appended to the bottom called Blockchain Badge still, but it has a link that the user can click to actually issue that badge to the blockchain. So it hasn't been done automatically, it's not done yet, and it's up to the user to click that button or that link, and then it'll put it on. It looks exactly the same, obviously, except it's pointing to a different badge and different evidence. The issue is the same. The recipient's the same, and it has a new assertion pointing at the new data. So that's where we have currently got to with our Moodle extension for open badges on the blockchain.